always makes everybody better. The cream always rises to the top, no matter what. And it's great competition. That's what we want, right? We play football, we play a competitive sport, and we want to push each other, man. We want great competition in there. We want to become the best versions of ourselves. So it's exciting.
What do you think you bring to the table? I know we asked you that when you came here, but now that you're on the field, you've seen the scheme a little bit, how you fit into it. What do you think you bring?
I mean, I'm about to just lock shit up. Excuse my French, but I'm about to lock number one receivers up, get my hands on some balls, get the ball back to our offense, and play physical, and bring the energy. And you'll see.
Two dogs.
Dog.
I'm
Davis.
a Carlton Davis fan. I'm in. All in on Carlton
This
Davis.
guy,
I'm all in.
I think he believes he can lock down Jesus. That's what I'm at with Carlton Davis. I think he has that
confidence.
That, and not just him. Look at the cornerback room. Terrion Arnold, he came right at his first, I think it was his first press conference where he's speaking to the media. He's like, I want to have a gold jacket. That's where, winning's important. I don't want to take it all out of context, but he's not selfish or anything. But he did mention, I want to be that dude. And I just think this cornerback room, dude, is just filled. It's oozing confidence. And Carlton Davis, I mentioned it when we do the top 10 players. He was on my top 10 list. And one thing I said about Carlton is he's like a borderline top 10 corner when he's playing, when he's locked in, I guess would be the right word, but not even that. Like in Tampa, look at some of the years he's had in Tampa and look at when they won a Super Bowl. He's just a very underrated player. And the Lions fans should be so excited to have someone like Carlton, who you just know, all right, Carlton, go guard Justin Jefferson, go guard Keenan Allen, go guard, Christian Watson, whoever you need him to guard, he's going to do it. And he's going to hold his own. I'm not asking him to I know he said shut down, which I love, but it's in today's NFL, it's hard to do that. But at least make these guys earn it. Yeah, confidence is everything, especially playing corner.
With Carlton too, and him coming from the Bucs, I think is a massive deal. And I think people underrate it because they asked him as well, hey, being in Detroit, what does this mean? And kind of coming into a team with the Super Bowl. And he was like, I haven't been on a team like this. And obviously he's only been on the Bucs, but the feeling that he said he's feeling is in 2020 when the Bucs won the Super Bowl. And now that he has that behind him, knowing that he's chasing another Super Bowl, he's got the confidence. And now they have this room that's absolutely, we talked about it early in the show. This corner room's taking a whole turn, and it is an absolutely stacked corner room where these guys are going to be competing all off season, and they're just going to make each other better. And the fact Carlton Davis is just I'm locking everyone up. I think Brad Holmes setting this room up for success. AG should be able to have a field day with these guys. No excuse going forward with this corner room. I'm in on Carlton Davis. I got the text messages from my Bucs guys that said he's good. Top 10. Jeff, you think he's top 10? He's talking like he is right now. And you guys know I love a Sauce Gardner type. Go out there and talk and be confident. I'm all in on this man. Give me Carlton Davis. I'm all in. He's my CB1.
That mentality he has and that confidence he has is only going to boil down to the young guys, not that Terrion Arnold, Ennis Rakestraw, and these guys don't have, and Meek Robinson don't have tons of confidence in their game going forward. But this is just going to make them better. Seeing a cornerback one have all that confidence really just change the mentality of kind of what was a sorry cornerback room last year. And I think with him, obviously, guarding Jameson Williams and them getting those reps together, iron sharpens iron. It's only going to make Jameson Williams better facing that type of competition at cornerback and OTAs and training camp and practice, whenever. It's only going to make JMO better. We are lucky to finally have a cornerback one like Carlton Davis.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a dog, too. I mean, he fits Aaron Glenn's scheme perfectly as a man-to-man corner, but you even look to Booner's point when he's on the Buccaneers. This man was drafted in 2018. So you think about the receivers that he was facing in the NFC South during that time. Julio was killing it, especially Julio was pretty much Julio until 2020. So 2018, 2019, Carlton's rookie year, and sophomore year, he was going up against him twice a year. DJ Moore, Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, Kelvin Ridley. That experience going over to this defense, this scheme with the other DBs in this room, it's going to transition great for the Lions. And he's a guy that, to your point, Jeff, when he's out there on Justin Jefferson is still going to get his. But instead of Justin Jefferson getting 150 yards, can he get 80? And I think that's something that Carlton Davis will do, and that's going to be extremely valuable to get to the Super Bowl for the Lions.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, Klotz, just about AG and how he finally has some veterans on this defense that, with young players, you're teaching and you're at the same time expecting them to just kind of be there, be where they're supposed to be. But with veterans like Carlton Davis, who's won a Super Bowl, He's played on big stages. Like, yeah, there's always learning for all players. That's why AG, with his experience, but like he could just be like, Carlton, just go out there and handle business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Carlton will just go handle business. And I think to have a guy like Carlton Davis in that room for Terrion, for Ennis, like you guys brought up, it is so amazing. Honestly, they're lucky to have a guy like Carlton Davis. And he's such a selfless guy. Like when I watched the press conference earlier and watched him, I didn't even think like, man, I thought, yeah, he's a good player, but I thought, man, his humility, like he's just a good dude. Like he gave credit to J-Mo. He loves AG. You know, he
Terrion Arnold
how
and his
the Lions as a situation reminds him of 2020 with the Bucks. It's a great thing, by the way, you know, when they had Tom Brady, but that type of like aura with the organization, like we're trying to chase a Super Bowl here, you know, and that's what this roster is. He loves the roster, and they need a guy like Carlton. They just need some stability at cornerback one. They need some sort of stability. Cam Sutton, I don't know if you want to say he was hurt, cool. That was the opposite of stability. All right. That was instability with his play. So I'm glad Carlton Davis.
Thank
God the Lions have him.
The best part too, I just love like him knowing that he's a vet. Like they asked him throughout this interview, like, does it feel weird? Like now you're the vet in this room, and like he embraces it. And the fact like there's this battle in the DB room, and I love the quote he says is the cream always rises. Like, yeah, like you're gonna get the best players out of this. So typically, if you don't have a stacked room and you're not competing, anyone just gets a job. Like whoever, like anyone's gonna get a job, even if you're not good. Like, no, the cream's gonna rise, and it's gonna be iron sharpens iron, and like everything good comes out of this, which is like I don't even know. I'm in shock right now the way that Brad Holmes reworked this whole CB room, man. It's kind of crazy when you think about it.